What's up, guys? Welcome to Bro Beats. Today I'm gonna try to make a big head type beat. If you don't know who this is the guy who made Lil Pump's Gucci Gang beat. All right, so we're gonna do something along those lines today. The BPM 124, and we can just get started. So I'm gonna do this a little bit different. As you see, we're in G minor, so you want to use a minor. I'm gonna do the chords and the melody first, because you kind of just want to build a beat around the melody a little bit. So we're gonna do the chords and stuff first, okay? And then I'm gonna come down here and just try to do some drums and show you like some, methods and stuff to kind of get that sound. All right, so we just pull this up right here, make this a little bit smaller. All right, I'm just click around. Really, you can just use kind of like a minor chord and kind of just place it wherever. So I'm gonna just kind of find something. Let's see. All right, and then I'm gonna probably just copy this and go up and just make sure it's on the grid. Probably want to go a little bit higher than that. And we can just copy this, and what I'm gonna do is just humanize it. And basically what that is just making it, what I want to call it, just kind of like stuff that's off the grid, the velocity, change the velocity and everything. Kind of just tweak it a little bit. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it manually so you can see what I mean. And we can just simply copy this, delete that, and we can just copy this over, kind of push that in. Doesn't have to be anything spectacular. All right, and then probably want to just edit this a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna make a melody. All right, and just to explain quickly, I'm just on these half notes just to make it sound darker, and that's pretty much all I'm doing. All right, you see majority of the notes are half notes, and you got these like middle notes, to fill it in. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna build this whole like melody around. Right click, piano roll. All right, so for the piano roll, I'm gonna kind of just I just want to kind of listen for anything that I might like just by clicking it around. So I'm gonna just play this. All right, so here what I'm gonna do to make it more realistic, because when you're playing the instrument or a piano, you're never like stopping like this. I mean, you can, but like usually, it's kind of like a overlay effect. It doesn't sound like this, right? Usually if you're playing something smoothly, it's gonna overlap to the next note. So that's what I'm gonna do here, and kind of just right click and hold and fade this right here. Just fade it down a little bit. Okay, so we can keep that. All right. Now I'm gonna copy this, and we're gonna do these later, the counter melody and the violin and the flute. You can use whatever you want. I just chose these sounds because they sound really good together, and it's kind of easy to follow along. You can find these sounds in like any VST pretty much. So I'm gonna copy this to a second pattern. Okay. And then I'm gonna put the first pattern down. And I don't think it's that. Let's see. Let's put the second one down. It's probably gonna be half. We'll see. All right, so for the drums, obviously we just put the clap. Let's make sure this is playing right. Okay. And then for this, let's chop this down real quick. All right. So for the clap, just put the clap in, just how you really, regularly would. Turn it up. I'm not gonna put it at full. All right, so for this, you want to pay attention because it's gonna get messy. All right, because I'm gonna put a whole bunch of perks and stuff in here. All right, so I'm gonna put a kick in, and I think I put this actually on the. I meant to put it here. Okay, so I'm gonna put some kicks in, and then we're gonna put we're just gonna go down the list. All right, and the hi-hats we're gonna work on a little bit more. So let's play this. All right, so I'm gonna do the hi-hats because I need something to go off of. So let's do the hi-hats really quickly. Okay. So these don't have to be super crazy. It could just be something simple. All right. Well, actually, there's a lot of slides and stuff that he uses, so we're probably gonna implement that too. So let's do that. I'm gonna press Control U, I believe that's what it is. Yeah. And then we're just gonna pull that down. Maybe put something here. All right, so for this one, well, I guess we don't have to do anything special for this part. Let's see. Let's just copy it over. I said we weren't gonna do anything special, so let's just keep it like that. I'll probably just pull one of these up. All right, so now let's add some of these now that we have like a rhythm to work off of. All right, so let's add some bass now. All right, add some of that bass. All right, so let's just we can just copy this pattern and just move it. Okay, let's pull this up. All right, and we just move these around and see what we like. All right, so all right, so let's make another pattern. Okay, so I'm gonna go over and do this real quick. You know, go to the next pattern. We can just put our clap in there. We don't have to make a super long one like this one. We can just make a shorter one. We kind of just, you know, just make it a little bit fancier or something with the hi-hats or something like that. So let's actually put this down, pull this over, and probably do two of these, two different ones. All right, I can deal with that. It's a little different from what I usually do, but we can keep it. All right, so the hi-hats, well, we can put this symbol here. All right, so for the hi-hats, we could just copy this. We don't have to do anything crazy, I guess. On the second one, we can probably do something different, but we just copy this over. So let's just see how that sounds. If it sounds bad, we can change it. But I don't want this video to be super long, so I'm gonna just try to make it as easy as possible. So let's see what this sounds like. Doesn't sound bad. So let's put this 808 in. So in the last one, we started on G. So let's start on G here. All right, so that sounds decent. We'll see what that sounds like with the counter melody. So let's go to the next one. All right, same thing, put the clap. I know this is a lot, but you know, this is a part of the tutorial. How do I want to go about this? Maybe let's put, you know, obviously put your clap. I'm gonna do a different hi-hat this time. I'm not gonna do the same stuff. So click here. Keep forgetting to put it down here. All right. All right, so let's put one here. All right, that might make a nice effect. Or rather than just doing the same old kind of like, you know, just like this, that little same pattern. Let's do something a little different. Let's put it here. And gives kind of like that bounce up effect or sound. All right, so let's just keep going down. Let's do that little kind of generic snare thing. Bounce. It'll create a lot of bounce, so that's why we're gonna do that. All right, so let's do the hi-hats and see what we can do. Let's put a hi-hat roll here. Probably want the 1/6. Probably sound a lot better. I'm not liking that. So let's try doing the, oh, wait. I'm pressing Alt U and then let's try. All right, that sounds a lot better. But let's pull it down. All right, let's do some different. Let's pull it down. All right, so there's this other thing that I heard in his beats where he kind of like fades the hi-hats like this. All right. Now, I used to do this in my beats, but I haven't done it in such a long time. So this is what this will sound like. So we put the cymbal again. All right, so let's add the 808. All right, so I like that. It sounded pretty good to me. Let's make sure these kick. Let's kind of fix this. Well, actually, I kind of like that without the kick, so I'm gonna keep that. All right, so I think that's pretty much it what we can do. Now let's just start on these melodies. We're hitting about 22 minutes. So we can do these counter melodies real quick. With these, it's kind of like we can just kind of do like a, I don't know, I like to call it the elevator effect. It's kind of like when you just play something like that. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. You don't have to do this, but I'm just kind of do something like that just to fill in the background. So now you should have your basic, you don't have to do these. This is just like extra, but it kind of is essential to this tutorial. But you should have your, you know, and this is probably confusing, so I'm gonna just cut that. So you should have your bass, all right, your bass drums, all right, and bass line, and then you should have just like a short, probably like you just put that somewhere in the beat just to change it up, and then the second one for like a different area of the beat, because his beats, they kind of change up a lot. They're not like just streamlined, you know. So we can hurry up and do this counter melody. So I'm gonna just click, and we'll just actually just hear the melody here. All right, so let's copy that. That's not too bad. Let's just listen and see what we want to change over here. All right, so now we can just copy this to the violin, and we can just Control L to elongate everything and make it longer so that it'll play longer. All right, Control down. I'm guessing that might be. All right, we don't want these on the same frequency, right? Because they're gonna clash. And is this a flute? All right, so we need to. And we just copy this with the flute, and then the beat is done. All right. So all we do is have basically three layered sounds for the counter melody, a chord, and then just a melody that goes with the chord. All right. So now we can play this through. In this part, I will probably just play by itself, especially like on a part like this. And then maybe on like the second part of the hook or something, just put these instruments in. But yeah, that's how you make a big head type beat. Hopefully this video helped you out. Hope you learned anything, chords, melodies, even placing 808s, maybe some hi-hat stuff you learned. Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.